Nothing wrong, they did pull a body off earlier. Hopefully it wasn't real. Like I said, the coroner's office is down on Bayard Cove in a moment. I'll point that out to you in a second or two. A lot of it was filmed in around Dartmouth, although I believe the pub that they all used was an old British sea fisher. These were built in Gampton, which I'll point out to you later on there on the front. That's the British steel. This is a famous yacht that was built in Philip's shipyard, again just upriver. This is famous for Shave Line, sailing around the world backwards. Not literally, of course, but just to carry cargo in the UK. They pick up Aberset Ale from Exeter, sail over towards France, drop it off, pick up two vessels crossing from left to right in front of us. This is the Dartmouth Lower Car Ferry, as you can see. Quite a pincer manoeuvre, so you do have to give them plenty of room. These ferries use what's called a tug and flow system. Now, as you can see on the right-hand side, we have Bayard Cove. This is where I said about the coroner. The tall, thin, blue house along the front here, which is in it, much less than £1 million. And a lot of these, as you can see, are very modern new builds. Still open for summer weddings and evening songs from yesterday. That does allow them to keep the upkeep of the building very nice. As you can feel, there's already a little bit of emotion in the ocean. So I can just ask you to remain seated. Like I said, as we turn, it will exaggerate this rocky motion. Just stay seated and hold on to something or someone. And away from any underwater hazard. Well, this is where they took naval training on board them. The foundation is down for this. It was back in 1990 they started introducing female cadets up here for officer training. Now I've just realised just after my safety announcement because the boiler would have been lit the day before when they do come in. There's normally water on the wheels, the helm and the engine do come from the previous vessel, also named the Kingswear Castle. That one, however, was built down in Falmouth by Compton here, giving us wave. Still not doing anything like normal. With an actual 18-hole golf course. They still do have some of the bunkers and the greens, but like I said, they have filled it all in, unfortunately no longer have. You're able to see the nice varnished wood on there. Have to pay your harbour dues and fill your tank up, and don't forget your gin cabinet. And the large creek on the left hand side, you see that the creek does dry out to almost nothing on a low tide. That's why we have to go in on a very high spring tide, although it doesn't make it easy. As you can see, the deep water channel follows the on the right hand side we have Philip & Son Shipbuilders and Engineers. It was established back in 1858. Now I don't know that because I'm a local historian, it's quite clearly painted on the wall there. Now us locals are glad to hear that some affordable accommodation was coming to town. Now, we weren't too pleased, as you can probably imagine. Tug and the barge that's alongside of it. And you might be able to see the large grey heron. Now again, you'll be able to see it at the moment the tug is blocking it, but once we go past it, you'll be able to see their driveway, and to the right of that, you might be able to see an own stone structure. Now this is an old lime kiln. In here they used to fry the lime to make lime mortar and many other things, and then back in 1985, although the original plan was for the railway line to cross here over towards Dartmouth. Unfortunately for Brunel, he got a bit ahead of himself and had built the station down in Dartmouth. On the right hand side. These are the Greenway estates. Now you can get there by steam train. If you fancy a nice woodland walk, you can hop off at Greenway Holt and make your way down to the houses. Or during the peak season, you can stop off at Cheston and take the free shuttle bus. Now Dinersham does hold its own rather famous bunch of people. The Dimbleby brothers live here, though they're very private people. James Dyson is also reported to live here. He's the inventor of the bagless vacuum and the overpriced one. On the hill on the right hand side there is Sandrin's Park House, a very nice house indeed. It was built and designed for Lady Ashburton. Although it was on this equipment, navigation equipment used to measure a celestial body, normally used the sun or the moon. It was used to measure the altitude. Now the name Lake of the Dart comes from, to mean if you were on a high spring tide and you rode out into the middle of the river there, you wouldn't be able to see an entrance or an exit, as you can see ahead of us. Now another good view of the heron over on the right hand side. The village on the right hand side is the village of Stoke Gabriel. You might be able to see the tidal causeway there, holding in the mill pond just behind. Villages, you have Ashrington, Totnes and Devon. Now it's down in Totnes, the old TV chef King Boy, but now this is used in many currencies, including the American dollar and the Indian rupee. Ahead of us is the village of Duncannon, our safe village. Back in the day of the Doomsday Book, it was mistakenly noted then that there was 100 residents in here instead of just 3. Be able to see a tiny little duckling just on the right hand side there with its little, there's only the one though. Now over on the left hand side, Ashrington Point, one of the very pretty places along the river. It's been on the front of Devon Life magazine many times. As you come around the corner in a moment, you'll be able to get a nice view of Sharpton Town. I've never been inside myself, but I have been told it's a fine example of English Caledonian architecture. In a moment or two, we will be sitting very close to the trees on the right hand side. Don't worry, Mark, one of our longest service skippers, he knows what he does. He's been around for 4 weeks now. Series 4 of the English vineyard. It is open to tours and tasting, and they also make pieces up here. Unlike English vineyards, this one's won many awards. That name. You know our spot, I think that you're on the river, it's most likely going to be along this stretch. Although we don't really have the tide for it at the moment, it's normally better once the tide's a bit higher. We do like to sit on the open. Types of seal in the river. We get the grey Atlantic and the common seal. Now the best way to tell the difference is the common seal normally have a baseball cap and like trainers on. Now again, if you didn't catch a glimpse of the seal, if you just keep your eyes back, they can't hold their breath for quite a long time, or they just need to roll over. Now this vessel was used as a hospital ship during the war time, thinking that all her ship was a riddle of disease. So they ordered a new panel steamer, brought this one up here. Now folks, we will be slowing down for the next 20 minutes or so. As you can see, there really isn't a lot of water. For a vessel this size, it's quite difficult to navigate through. Now as we round this bend in a moment or two, you might be able to get the best view of Totnes. Now the saltings on the right hand side are very popular for the local bird life. You'll be able to see some of the gulls. We've got herring gulls, blackback gulls. Also a few Canadian geese in the background there. Now Canadian geese obviously aren't native to this country. They're brought in and stored very quickly. They go from about, just from hatching to oven ready in about 6 weeks.
At the back there.
might still be able to see some of the remains of the wall. This wall was built by the prisoners of Dartmouth. Now as we do come into Totnes, we may slowly touch the bottom on the bow. Don't worry, this is quite normal on the tide this low. You might just hear it slide across, very mud underneath, but it's no problem. We'll just probably let you know. Now this is one of their favourite spots to dry off, and as they do dry off, the salt water drops off and kills all the foliage underneath. Now we just tackle. Over on the left-hand side we have Baltic Ward Shipyard. Before it was a boatyard, it used to be a timber yard, and they got the name from the area they imported the timber from. Now some of the ships, when they head back downriver, they could face the way they were going.